Previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Got the interior, it's just the standard UK interior. Standard UK one looks interesting on the other side. Oh, it's just a different way around. I had the executive, which is the walnut style dash, which looks really cool. Actually, it's not a bad looking dash, that. I think I quite like this sort of brushed aluminium look. That's quite nice, that. As you Hello, and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. This week or last week we had a little bit of a bizarre time with the timing, so I kind of wasted time doing various bits and pieces. You all came back with some wonderful suggestions, which is great. Thank you very much. You're right. I should have done a number of things. There was lots of things that I should have done to make the time pass quicker. I could have bought them online. I should have done that, which is one of the main ones. I should have just gone. When the place wasn't open, I should have gone online instead of waiting to actually do it. But anyway, I've decided though we've got 3 garages now with 9 trucks in total. So our garages are in Liverpool, they are in Ossenbrook here, they are in Bordeaux there. And basically I'm trying to get one in everywhere. Now this part has been delayed. So this Spanish side has been delayed. It's basically because of this year's pandemic. I mean, it's kind of affected a lot of things, and most of the staff from SCS Software have been working from home, and I can kind of imagine it sometimes. As much as Zoom and all these other things are out there, I can imagine it's not as much. It's not particularly as, I don't know, useful to work on a sort of project that requires multiple people to actually work it from sort of in that kind of approach of sort of being at home. So it's not as much fun. I have to admit, I miss people when I'm working at home. There is a point when I do like to work at home for a bit, but it's more you'd want to choose rather than do it permanently. It's kind of one of those hard things. But anyway, so the working from home, I think they're really waiting until the new year and all this sort of various vaccinations happen and various bits and pieces, and we start hopefully getting some normality back into life, or what was normal. Anyway, so what I was going to show you on that map, though, out of interest, was we need another garage somewhere, but we haven't really got enough money for a new garage. We need 160,000-ish for a new garage, roughly to 200,000, and then we have to start getting into trucks. We now have 9 drivers, though, or sort of say we have 8 drivers. Let's do the driver management. We should have 8 drivers. Yeah, we have 9, including me, who are all generating a wee bit of cash. Actually, these new ones are generating cash. Wow, that new person in Ossenbrook with the really low rating is generating a load of money. I'm quite surprised how much they're generating. But these are our new drivers driving the XF 105s, so they're actually starting to generate us some cash, which is really good. So they're starting to do it. These are our new drivers. So we've got our new drivers generating cash. Everybody's making money. We've got a loan that's still outstanding that we have to service, which is 5,000 a day. There it is. Oh, I could repay it though now. Should we just repay it and we'll generate some more? We'll generate even more money. Let's repay the loan. That saves us the 12% interest on that, especially as we're at 79,000. Let's repay it. Yes, I want to repay it. Wow. So we should now be down to 11,000 in the bank. Oh God, I hope I can pay the wages. It should be okay. So we'll go do a mission anyway, just to make sure we can pay the wages. We should be all right with that. The driver's management is there. They all get paid as we go along per mile, which is fine, and they're all generating cash. So actually we're generating quite a lot of money now, so that's quite good. We'll start making quite a lot of cash, so that's good. We've paid the loan finally after all this time. It's been a lot of episodes, but we've finally done it. Right, so what I was going to do is yes, I need another garage. I'm going to go look at So we're currently in France. We're going to have a look at we've got Italy that we're thinking about doing. This is the is that beyond the Baltic or the other one? Can't remember. Black Sea, beyond the Black Sea, maybe. I think this is beyond the Baltic up here. So this is an area we need to investigate further, and this down here is definitely an area down here with Istanbul and places like that. This is a place we really want to get into, but we also haven't been into Italy at all, really. We've been around some of these islands here, but we've floated around the very much top of it, Turin, Milan, Verona, Venice. We've been around all those things, but we've not been very much further. But I thought, while I was here, I was very close to doing most of the French, the little dots basically are things to do sort of round the area. I was actually going to go up to here because it's got a great name, Brest, or Brest. Brest, and whatever else is. But I was going to do a little short mission today, or a little short drive, simply because I've had a long week, and I'm gonna keep this one a relatively short video. So thank you for sticking with me for this particular video. Next week I'll be back fully refreshed and ready to go. It's just I'm involved with a new company and a new things that are going on within my company, and I'm not starting a new job, but we've acquired another business, and basically it's really good, but it's obviously an awful lot of work getting everything together and trying to bring things together, and I'm more merging into them than the other way around, so it's kind of a lot of work for me. So anyway, let's go for a drive and let's go find a job. So let's go find a little job in where we are. I can't remember where we were actually. It was a Le Roche or something like that, like Frere Rocher or something similar, don't know. Anyway, let's start this truck up. I've got those on, we'll turn those off. Put some lights on. Okay, let's drive out this parking lot. We need to reverse to get out of here, actually. So we'll reverse. We'll get out of here. It's 2100 at night. It's quite late. Still love my dashboard. I often wonder what tunes you would have running in there. You know, I think how it would be for me. It would be probably. I think. See, I'm kind of I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. I'm very eclectic indeed. There's no specific. I have no specific way that I like music. I like everything. I'll listen to classic. If I've got a stressful journey coming up, for instance, and I know that it's somewhere I've not been before, or whatever else is, classical is the way to go, because it kind of keeps you focused, and it's sort of a zen-like in its approach. I do find a bit of classical music really is kind of, it does soothe the wild beast, I think is the terminology you might use for it. But yeah, I find it very soothing indeed. Is a bit of classical music for something like something when I'm not gone before. But I think, you know, with certainly with my Walnut Dash, I feel the need that I would have 80s power ballads, wouldn't I? I think that's where I'd be at with this. 80s power ballads is probably the scenario that we would want to be in. Right, okay. So, you know, Final Countdown and all that kind of stuff. So let's see what we got. Nothing that I really want, because they're all going kind of the wrong direction. Unless I take a reroute this one. It's an 11-hour journey though. It's 600 miles. It's not as long. It's too long for what I want. So we'll tell you what. We'll go back outside here. We'll press M for map, as it brings up the map quickly. We'll zoom in, and we'll see where else we've got. So this is the town itself. So there's a chemical place there. And there's something we've not been to before. So let's do that, and then that. Yes, like that. We'll do that. We'll go around there. That's a good hour's drive anyway. It's 40 miles. So we'll go have a little look at this chemical place, and then we'll have a look at this to see what this is while we're at it. So we might as well while we're doing that. We'll see if we can find a job that's adequate for it. I keep forgetting the mouse is also to look sometimes. It's just whizzed all over the place. There. Let's have a little drive. Swing us around. I can't pronounce it. It's French. That's obviously to be rented. 750 square meters. Very nice. Yeah, so 80s power ballads, but you know, it depends what mood you're in realistically. If you're feeling a bit aggressive, I'm thinking 90s techno, but that's just me. Can't beat a bit of thrash metal as well though, if you're doing that. Either. Well, I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I think the thing is with so much driving involved, there'll be plenty of tunes that you'd want. I just wonder what you guys would choose. If you were choosing tunes, what would you choose? What would you be? What would be? Would you have like a primary choose, or would it be mood related? You know, would it be, you know, today is I'm gonna be, you know, it's just gonna be power ballads and things like that, or today is gonna be speed bumps, bum 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 bum. I went over them far too fast earlier. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what other things? I mean, it's what a different world we live in. I mean, when we used to drive years and years ago, you know, you had the radio, and you maybe have a tape cassette player or a CD player. Nowadays, you can have, you know, you can stick in a sort of an MP3 player, or the thing itself is probably compatible with a whole bunch of additional things. You know, my van is compatible with my phone. I literally plug the phone in, and then I can read do whatever I need from the phone. I think I upset that truck, but it's fine. Sort of the bits and pieces from the phone into it, straight into it, so I can, say I want to listen to sort of, Amazon Prime Music, and I can listen to sort of Spotify and all these other amazing apps which have got sort of various bits and pieces linked into it. You know, they're quite amazing what you can actually do within these things. I've set it to 56 miles per hour there. I was speeding away. To turn off the limiter on the truck, you see, that's one of the features you can turn off in the options. So the limiter's off. But you can basically plug in your phone and do all these various releases. I lived through tape cassette players and CD players in cars, and even mini discs. Do you remember mini discs? Those were a day. That was Sony, wasn't it? Sony was so unlucky they've been creating formats for a lot of years. They created something called VCD, which is video CD. But they weren't much better than video discs in that sense. I remember Laserdiscs, massive things, beautiful, a great idea. Almost the size of a record, but with they were read back from laser. Well, video CDs were sort of the same sort of thing, but they got superseded realistically by DVD. So Sony lost that format war, and then they proceeded to lose every format war until they got to Blu-ray. It's just hilarious. Poor old Sony made so many attempts to do things, and then finally they made a breakthrough with one of their formats, which was Blu-ray. And when they made the breakup through from their thing, in the middle of a worldwide recession, 2008. So they finally made a breakthrough with their format in 2008, only because HDVDs, which I thought was a fantastic name, by the way, rather than Blu-ray. And I know that's a reference to the type of laser that reads it, but I always thought that HDVDs, and by the way, I've been wrong before. I remember telling people that widescreen would never take off, and I honestly, I did say that. I remember talking to people and going, widescreen will never work because we always read downwards. So 4:3 is the future. We'll never be in widescreen. Honestly, I did. I feel very stupid now, but I did think that widescreen would never be a thing, and now everything's widescreen. I thought it was just something that would be limited to the pictures. Isn't that funny? It's how you feel about something, and that's what I felt. I felt that it was limited to the pictures. That letterbox format would never make it to the home. Why would you want letterbox format? And now we can't live without it. I suppose, to be fair, I don't know what my real justification for that one was, but I just thought that was never going to be a thing. I'm so strange, I think, to be honest, not thinking that would be a thing. Right, okay. It's a lovely little village, this one. We've not been into this one before. A little town, should I say. I should go to the thing further away first, realistically. I know it's doing that, but I'm bound to come out of this town. I love these little windy roads when we get these ones. These are difficult but fun at the same time. They're really good. What is that? It's a bus station. Oh, no, wrong go. I slowed right off there to sort of drift through. Wrong go. 10 o'clock at night it is, so 10:06. You can sell that down on the bottom right there. All down the old GPS. The bottom right says Tuesday, 10:07. Here we go. Sorry, I apologise for the background noise. It's noisy daughter. Just something great has appeared in Minecraft, I think. Oops, indicating, and I shouldn't be indicating. What's this? Oh, shoes. Somebody's shoes. Baron and something or other. I'm going to go to this thing first over here, and then I'm going to come back on myself. I know this is kind of weird, but it makes sense to go this way and then come back itself. I like this little town, though. Lovely and industrial over there. At the same time as being sort of, some nice sort of homes and whatever else it is there. It's kind of cool. Okay, we're going to go round this roundabout. Nobody here. Let's whiz on. Oh, caught the curb. That'll teach me to not take the cruise control off. Let's try to be clever. I'm trying to be a clever boy, but I wasn't a clever boy for not taking the cruise control off, so... she's shouting again. I'm not sure what she's shouting about, but she's shouting again in the background. You probably can just hear that in the background. But it's fine. Train tracks. Oh, lovely. Dum-dum. There's a car. Police car, in fact. We're going round here. All the way around the roundabout. And then round back this way. And what have we passed? We've discovered a recruitment agency. Ah, marvellous. It's shut at the moment, but there is a recruitment agency there. Let's see if I can swing round. It does actually say I can turn around at some point along here. I wonder if I can get in this drive here. It says I can't go out right to the drive, but I think what we'll do... Is there anybody behind me? There's a car behind me. It would be a car behind me. I was gonna reverse in there and do that, and do that sneaky. It's fine. We'll go around here. We'll go roundabout. See, we're picking up a few more of those sort of grey blocks and trying to work out where all the recruitment agencies are. 308 euros for that bike on the sign there. Fair enough. I want to go to the chemical place though, because I can take chemicals. So I'm quite excited about that. So we're going to go to the chemical place. No trains this morning. World of Trucks. Very nice. There's another sort of chemically place, I think. Don't know. That's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It's a nice little town, actually. I'm quite pleased we've gone here. I'm very excited, actually, about the additions to this game that are coming up. They're very much coming up shortly. Did I finish talking about the formats? No, I did, didn't I? I said in 2008 that Blu-ray was their winning format. Yeah, it definitely was. Can I go when this is... Oh, no, they're flashing. Oh, we did just see a train there. Yeah, we're going to ignore that now. The car. Right, okay, on we go. There's a lot of lean on that car, wasn't there? A lot of train tracks going through this place. La Rochelle. Is that what it is? Rochelle? Like Michelle, but not Michelle. Rochelle. I'm going to pull out here, and I'm going to go up. Okay. Off this roundabout, up to this chemical place. We will cancel the waypoints in a second. We now know another place. So that's another place on the list. We'll see if we can find ourselves a job that takes us somewhere good. I'm speeding a bit there. Set it to 32. We're just going up here. And we're going to whiz round in this chemical place. Oh, look. Look at that. What's that on the sign? No idea. I had no idea what we're selling there. Oh. Is this turning here? Is that it? Is this it here? Yeah, I think it's here. Oh, that was a bad bit of driving from me. We're going in. Right, okay, so we're going to drive into this chemical place and see what we can find. Here's the door here, I think. It was a bit dodgy driving there from that bit there, wasn't it? Didn't look quite what we thought it was going to be. There we go. Way hey. Ooh, lovely. Bit of a tight-fitting place. It looks like there's only one possible load here, though. I wonder what this load is. Let's have a little look and see what we can find out. Everything wants to take you to Bordeaux. Well, that'll do, I suppose. It's not a long drive. It's a graphite grease, 16 tons. It's only a short 57 mile, but we'll take it back to Bordeaux. And we'll have a look. I was hoping to go up to Brest, but nobody wants me to go to Brest, so let's go there. I'm assuming that's not how you pronounce it, by the way. It's probably something with a French twist on it. It's like hello, hello. If you remember hello, hello. Remember, what was his name? Rennie something or other. What was the name of the actor? Gordon something or other. Do you remember the guy? He had a terrible accident, didn't he? And he ended up in a coma, and then obviously he died recently. Not recently, but long enough ago. Right, okay, so we have... that's not on. So we have the what's known as the advanced driving on, advanced parking and reversing on, which means that I have to get the coupling there onto the a pin in the centre there. So the fifth wheel onto the pin, and that's what we're trying to do. So I was a little off there. I won't be this time, I wouldn't think. Yes, I am. I'm off again. I need to get back in the cab to do this properly. So I'll get back in the cab. Just let me get back in the cab. Oh, hi. Evening. How are we doing? He looks very busy, doesn't he? Just squaring it up on this side. There we go. We've got it. So if I just jump outside, we can see this go on. Press T for trailer. So the trailer will go on. And there's a bit of whizzing of the spinning of the air, mounting it on, and the running lights come on, and we are good to go. We are ready to go. So I'll jump in here, and we'll leave La Rochelle alone. Evening, good night. He's probably like, why were you whacking that truck in backwards and forwards off there? Yes, I know. Let's have a little look that way. Now out this little town. 16 tons of graphite grease. Shouldn't be a long journey, this one. If you look down below, we've got a little red flag down there in that bottom right hand corner. We've got a little red flag. And we have the time that we're getting in, which is 1:58 a.m. And next to that, we've got 157 miles. It's not very far. 3 hours and 27 minutes. And it's going to bring us in, I think about 6,000, I think it was, which is fine. It's more than enough. That should pay the wages anyway. That's what we've got to make sure we pay the wages when we're going along with this game. There was a gorilla on that poster there. Did you see the gorilla? There was only a quick flash up on my screen for a few seconds there. There was a gorilla. Okay. Oh, it's a nice heavy weight, actually. I can feel this. Lots of tracks here. Look at this. Look at those tracks. Loads of tracks. I watched something on YouTube the other day about a train that runs across a 5-lane road, and I'm sure it's in like somewhere. I don't think it's China, which is usually where they are. You know that they do that kind of stuff, and I'm sure it's in somewhere like Taiwan, and it runs across like a 5-lane road, like motorway, with just a track that runs across the dead centre of it. It looks like the train's like floating across the road, and it's not. It's actually on this thing, and out on this track. It's very weird. Watching it, and it goes straight across, and there are no signs and no flashing markers really for it. There is one saying there is a train track there, but you wouldn't know if you didn't know, and it just peers out of this factory and then goes across the road. And the assumption is that they decided to just let it keep going across there because the locals know that it's there, and the fact is that it would be too difficult to put anything else in, so they just let it run. 'Cause I guess the trains don't go across there very often, but I did see this and I was like, wow, that's really quite strange what people actually do, isn't it, with bits and pieces like, you know, roads and crossings and whatever else is. Always surprises me. I mean, there's a single track bridge in one of the. There's lots of single track bridges around the world, but there was a single track bridge where I used to go, and I was talking about how I'd had to reverse over this. It was one of these ridiculous scenarios. I had a company leased car, and it was going back the day that I had to go to this little village. So I took on the car to sort of, you know, drive there, and drove to this little village. And this is single track bridge, which is basically a sandstone bridge that sort of turned at a right angle on both sides. So one went one direction, like an S, basically. Across this, but you can't see what's on the other side of it as you go across, and as I say, the best bet is to beep your horn so that anybody knows that you're coming when you're going over it. Makes sense, doesn't it? So anyway, I beat my horn as I was going over it, and then I saw that the truck coming over at me. So I get my little car, and little black car at the time, not a scratch on it, ready for returning that day, and my new car was coming from work and all this kind of stuff, and I was going to swap one for the other, as you do with these things. Ooh, that was a bit close. Swap one for the other, as you do. Anyway, so and remember, it's a right angle and there's sandstone walls around it. So I see this truck coming over the bridge. So to give him plenty of space, because it's quite tight and he's single file, I start reversing, and I reverse down, and then crunch. Yeah, I ran the back side of it into it because I was too busy concentrating on the truck in front of me, and trying to give him enough space to get past me, so that I reversed into it, and I managed to gouge sort of 5 sort of deep gouges into the bumper. I was like, oh damn it, I'm gonna have to pay for that. Obviously, there's gouged in there. Anyway, so I took the car back, quite disappointed with myself, and not watching enough over my own shoulder. That's the real issue. And I was quite young at the time as well. It was one of my second cars, I think it was. So I say I was quite young. I didn't pass my driving test until I was 26. I wasn't any interest in it, to be honest with you. Anyway, but now I drive. I quite like driving. But anyway. The reverse this thing in it. Anyway, I took this back to this guy, and I said, I met him to swap the cars for my new car, and I said, look, and he has to inspect it before he takes it back. So I was, oh okay. So he had a little look around the vehicle, and he didn't notice, and so I pointed them out because I'm good like that, and I pointed these scratches down the thing, these gouges, these 5 deep gouges into the bumper, and this chap was from way down south. It's beyond London. He'd come from the deepest, darkest south, basically. Normally it's the deepest, darkest north, but it's deepest, darkest south. And he came and he looked at it, and I said, look, I've done this just today, literally today. I could kick myself. And he looked at it and he said, oh, they're just Tesco scratches, we'll just leave it, it's fine. I was like, wow. I would have been gutted if somebody had given me that, but apparently that's perfectly normal if you come from that far south. Other side of London, it's perfectly normal to have huge gouges down in your bumper. I mean, they had to have been, I don't know, 7-8 centimeters long. 5 is that 4 inches long, probably, if you're old Imperial. But yeah, decent scratches. But anyway, I don't even know how I got onto that, but we've done driving in cars and whatever else is. We're just having a little whiz along the road. So we have 120 miles to go, 2 hours. At 2 a.m. is the arrival time, 2 hours and 32 minutes. It's a bit of a dark journey, this one, because it was middle of the night. No real let up on this one. Plenty of fuel down there. 56 miles per hour is the speed I've set to in the old GPS there. We're in 12th gear. We've got very little wear and tear on this vehicle. It's brand spanking new. Plenty of diesel. Not done any detours. We kind of did a detour by taking on that place in Les Rochelle. I can't do it. I can't do French accents. It's not me. I'm not French enough. Right, okay, so we've got an auto pass, so we should be able to go through one of these green signed ones right in front of us and just straight through and straight out the other side, but we probably want to ease off to about 19-20 miles per hour. There we go. Evening, alright. Put the foot down again, get ourselves back up to 56 miles per hour. They're very handy, those things, but I do miss stopping and chatting to those guys, I mean, they're hard workers. They're always there. They're always there. And whatever time of night, they're there working away. Oh, coming off at this one. 30, 31. I've locked it in at 30 on the old cruise control. It's on the dashboard there. So underneath the speedo itself, there's or speedo actually. I don't think it's speedo. I think it's RPM actually. Revs per minute, revolutions per minute. There's 31 miles per hour. I've just turned it to 0. It's just there in the red dial, the first red dial on the dashboard down at the bottom there. Well, I'll get accelerate up now to 56. not had that many strange or interesting driving adventures recently. It's been a bit slow with the end of the lockdown and otherwise. I've just sort of sort of gone around locally more than anything else. Just potted about, nothing very exciting, I'm going to lock it in at 56. There we go. The 56 is now in that dial. Yeah, it's been quite slow. I mean, to be fair, I'm not too bothered. I mean, it doesn't mean to. I mean, with the van and the my own car, and it's just not burning the diesel. There's no need, realistically. However, I do love a run out somewhere. I've got a little run out to about 20 miles next on Monday. Nothing very 20 miles and 20 miles back against a 40 miles round trip. It's not a bad journey, actually, to be honest with you. Got a few other places to go. Okay, so we're just gently making our way through the countryside. We've got 78 miles to go, 1 hour and 41 minutes. It's 2 a.m. we're going to get in at. Currently it's 12:25 a.m. And I say we're making good time, to be honest with you. Well, I'll tell you what we did do today, though. We went out for a little trip out to go and get some bits and pieces, some like little sort of Christmas gifts. Now, I'm not a big fan of this. We get this normally we get our Christmas stuff sorted early. I don't know how you guys do it, but I usually get Christmas stuff sorted nice and early. My wife's absolutely obsessed by making sure it happens in a timely manner, and that's perfectly appropriate in my mind. So by the end of October we were done. Hey, that makes life easier. It means you don't have to worry about Christmas, and technically only a little expenses that may pop up. We need to get so and so a gift, that kind of thing. But normally you order it online and get it delivered. That's absolutely fine. I can completely go with that. I'm going to overtake this truck now. We're just slightly faster than him. So get the odd additional gift. Nothing horrendous. So whatever else is. But anyway, we decided that other people decided that we were going out today, so we went for a trip up to where they'd opened up a new supermarket. Not supermarket, sort of like a equivalent of it's a BM store, actually, if you've got them. If you've got a BM store, that's where we went to. So it's a new BM store that opened. We thought we'd just pop in there, just get some little chocolate bars, because they're quite good for that kind of stuff. So we get some little chocolate bars for daughter wanting some stuff for her friends, evening chaps. For her friends, little chocolate bars to go with some stockings that my wife had knitted. And we went up there, and they've opened a Smith's toy store. It was chaos. The parking was horrendous. Everybody was circling, and it was just. And I was like, no, we're going to the other one, because there's actually 3 in my city. I don't know how you end up with 3, but there are 3. So I was like, nope, we'll go to the other one. So we went to the other one, and because they've opened the new one next to a Smith's store. All of a sudden, there was an awful lot less people, so it wasn't so bad on the second sort of section of it. Am I in the wrong lane? I am. I need to move over. So it wasn't so bad once we got there, but I'm not a big fan of that kind of stuff. I hate it. That Christmas circling round and 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 round for things. It just drives me round the twist. I just can't be done with it. And this time of the year, I really can't be done with anything that requires going into the city or to into sort of shopping places. It just drives me nuts. And the thing is, it's almost like tempting things. The tempting for somebody to run into your car or whatever else it is. It just doesn't appeal at all. So anyway, we got done fairly sharpish. It was all right. But I'm not, as I say, not a massive fan of the sort of Christmas process of this. I don't really get it either, though. You have 12 months of the year before each Christmas to catch up. We not all just plan a little easier. If you actually, to be pretty fair, if you plan Christmas across the year, it would be a lot cheaper as well, wouldn't it? But anyway, just one of those things. We're trundling along now. We have 23 miles to go. As I told you, it was going to be a relatively short video, so it's very, not long to go now. Relatively short video today. To be fair, it's probably about an average size for this, because we did actually have a little trundle back into it. They're usually between sort of, I think, 50 minutes and an hour and a half, depending on what I do. Oh, look, we can see the target flag there and the old GPS now. Really handy. Okay, we're just making the Bordeaux. Here we come with some graphite grease. I have no idea what graphite grease is. Graphite geese. They're the sports version of a normal geese, you know, the kind that fly really, really fast. But these ones are like Iron Man type things. They got a little crispy shell on them that allows them to fly. Mind you, graphite's soft, isn't it? So they wouldn't actually last very long. Is graphite soft? No, it's brittle, isn't it? It's quite brittle. So just don't touch a graphite geese; it'll explode. Right. Here we go. We're just sticking here. Right. We're just pulling on. I thought we were just pulling on and off there for a second there. Right, okay. We're nearly there. Nearly time for a reversing thing. There's a lot of shouting going on. Oh, there's a cow. Cow. Do you remember the song Magical Trevor? Everybody loves Magical Trevor. The tricks that he does are ever so clever. Look at him now, disappearing a cow. Do you remember it? No? That was a long time ago. That was when when the internet was young and everybody was like looking for stupid things. Do you remember Hamster Dance? That was another thing. Hamster Dance and Magical Trevor. They were like, everybody was all over those things. So they're screaming and shouting at each other now upstairs. I will have to go and investigate what they're doing in a second. Let's park the truck first. Look at that, I'm running over curbs because I'm listening to the shouting. It's one of them teenage things. One of them's doing one thing and one of them's doing the other. Right, it's that way, I think. Yes, it is. I'm on the wrong place. Here we go. And here we go. I know what's happened actually upstairs. My son, who likes to empty out bottles of juices, has found a bottle of juice that my daughter's just got, some kind of perfume, and emptied it all out down the sink because he did that with my daughter's stuff. So, right, let's get this reversed. I'll pop this in here. I can hear it in my left ear. Right, let's use all the space here and I'll try and get this sorted. Okay. Let's put this reverse in. Alright, okay. My brain's all over the place. Hang on. It's because I can hear all this noise going on behind, involved in this video. We shouldn't be doing... no, we don't need traumas. What am I doing here? Come on, concentrate. Right, truck is here. That's where I want to be. That's what I want to be. Just a bit of cheating here, I'm afraid. Little bit of cheating. I often say though, it's easier to you know, you could get out of the truck and have a look. There's nothing to stop you doing that. I was in a very tight spot the other day, and obviously with the van, you get a lot of modern stuff nowadays, you know, sensors and whatever else. But I was in quite a tight spot, so I got out of the van and had a look, and it made sense to do so. Let's chuck this in here. Alright, okay. Let's get that spun around like that. Right, okay, let's just do this. Get this straightened up here, along here. I'm going to jump back in the truck, if I can, and have a little look over my shoulder. I'm going the wrong way. Damn you, don't steer the right way. Just steer. Steer. Go on over. Okay. There we go. We're in. Press T for trailer. And we'll just unlock. And we're going. Hey, there we go. We'll continue. We've got the money. 6,000. And let's go park. Let's go find somewhere to park and we'll call it a day. It's actually, to be fair, I can just park in my garage. So I'll go around the corner to the garage. That's a good place as any, isn't it? We'll just go around the corner and park in the garage. So we'll go around here. Let's go around here. And that gives us a place to sleep for the night as well, which is excellent. So we'll do a quick sleep and then we'll sort ourselves out. There we go. Nothing coming. Let's go. Swinging round like that. And on we go. And in. There was a bit of parking trauma from there. Okay, and into our garage. I wonder if we see another driver actually. I'm probably not here at the moment. But it doesn't really matter. We can park anywhere, I think, can't we? Do we park inside? I think we park inside, don't we? Let's have a little look. And we'll squeeze on in. Let's get that going like that. Oh, into the garage. There we are. We are in the garage and we can do parking. Excellent. Right, push the engine off. Let's have a quick look at the truck from the front. In the garage. Cool. Let's press enter to do a little bit of sleeping. And it'll be perfect. Oh, look at that. That's actually do you know what? That'll be the title picture, I think. That's a lovely picture of the truck itself in the garage. Yes, it's an excellent picture. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Generic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.